Now I'm going to walk you through your first Linux command. Right-click on your desktop, open a terminal. Now I want you to type the command LSW2 and hit enter. This will bring up a text editor with a list of the commands that I'm going to walk you through. For ease of use, you can simply copy and paste the commands from the text editor into the terminal. Now, you may notice that I have a % sign. This is bash telling me I'm waiting for your input. Now, this % sign is one of the defaults for bash, but you may want something that suits your style a little more. So if you just highlight or triple click on a line, so 3 clicks, we'll select the entire line, right-click, copy, and right-click in the terminal window and choose Paste, and then hit Enter. Now, if you enter a few more times, you notice it looks like bash is waiting for something. What you've done is you've changed the prompt. It changed from a % to what is that bidding master. So in this case, bash is still waiting for your commands. It just has a better way of asking. Now, the prompt is more than just text. It can actually give you useful information. If we copy and paste the second line from the file, then it gives me some different information. In this case, it's telling me which machine I'm on and which directory I'm in. The tilde stands for my home directory under Linux. The \h is replaced by the current host name, and the \w is replaced with whatever directory I'm currently in. So if I change to my desktop folder, then the prompt changes to tell me that I'm in my desktop folder. Now, something to keep in mind, anything starting with a pound sign is a comment and will not be executed. Bash just ignores them. Notice that nothing happened when I hit enter. Now, what's something to keep in mind with running bash commands is when you set your prompt, normally it's not going to persist. If I open another terminal, for example, you'll notice that my prompt is back to the plain old prompt. But over here, I've still got the fancy one. The way you do that is we need to edit one of the bash files to make this setting permanent. So in this case, I'm going to type gedit-bashrc, and this brings up my bashrc file in my text editor. I have tabs, so here's my commands, here's my bashrc file. Notice it has a period at the beginning. Now, as I said before, anything with a hash mark or pound sign in the front is a comment. So I can swap these lines and comment out the one that has the % on it. I can do Control S or save. Now if I open another terminal, now I notice that my new terminal has the new prompt. So now my settings will persist on subsequent logins. A common question is, what is the difference between the bashrc and the bash_profile? Both are run in startup or on login. However, the bashrc file is run whenever you start a new command shell. For example, if you start a new terminal window, bashrc will be run automatically, whereas bash_profile would only start for new login sessions when you actually log in for the first time. It doesn't start for every time. Bash_profile is not executed every time you're on a command window. Only bashrc is. Now, things to keep in mind. First off, your bashrc Linux text files, especially bashrc and bash_profile, should not be edited under Windows. The reason for this is that Windows and Linux use different invisible characters for the ends of lines. And some programs on Linux can deal with these line endings, but it can wreak havoc in shell scripts like your bashrc, because bash says, I don't know what these new invisible lines are. It may give an error, and then when you look at it, you don't see anything wrong because the characters are invisible. So just for safety's sake, don't edit your Linux files, or don't edit your bashrc and your bash_profile under Windows. Something else to be aware of is that when you're testing or editing your bashrc or bash_profile, you should start a new session or a new terminal before you log out of Linux. The reason for this is because this is a way of testing your changes while you still have the option of recovering them. If you screwed up your bash_profile or bashrc, and then you log out and you try to log in, you may not be able to log back in. So be sure to test it before you log out. You can do that by connecting to the NX servers or SSHing to one of the Linux servers. Now that we're done with the bashrc, we can simply close it.